Have you ever wanted to see the guy from Slumdog Millionaire in an action role where he gets to kick a ton of ass? Well, you got it. Hey movie buffs, I'm Jack Benner and welcome to my review of Monkey Man. Monkey Man is the newest action revenge film. This film is written, directed, produced, and starring Dev Patel in his directorial debut. We follow our protagonist named Kid, played by Dev Patel, who spends his night in an underground fight club wearing a monkey mask trying to earn cash. He later discovers a way to infiltrate the enclave of the city's sinister elite, involving corrupt leaders who are connected to his childhood trauma that took everything from him. After admiring Dev Patel in films such as Slumdog Millionaire, his breakout role, which I still think is a fantastic movie to this day, and also in one of my favorite films of 2021, The Green Knight, which is my favorite performance of his, and in my opinion, I found that to be one of the more overlooked performances of 2021. After thinking he was a great actor, I was really excited to see what he had in store for his directorial debut. When I first saw the trailer for Monkey Man in January, it quickly skyrocketed in one of my most anticipated films of the year. I love that feeling whenever there's a film that wasn't originally on my radar at the beginning of the year, but after I saw the trailer, it instantly got me excited. And this was originally going to be a straight-to-Netflix movie, and they were almost going to cancel this movie. But after very positive test screening reactions and Jordan Peele being very impressed by the film, and Peele helped produce this movie under his production company, Monkey Paw, and he insisted Universal to give this a theatrical release. And I've been hearing great things from people who saw it at South by Southwest Film Festival in March. And I saw Monkey Man opening weekend, hoping it would not only be an awesome action movie, but hoping to get a great first impression from Dev Patel as a filmmaker. And to give you my review, what are my thoughts? Monkey Man is freaking awesome. This was such a brutal, intense, and visceral action revenge film as well. Dev Patel, for his directorial debut, he killed it behind the camera. And when this movie ended, I was like, whew, wow. Let's start with the pros. Right off the bat, I want to say, hats off to Dev Patel. It's pretty awesome and rewarding to see Dev Patel at this point in his career as a jack of all trades. He wrote this film, produced it, directed it, and is the lead of the film. I feel like all of that is continuing to expand his versatility and talents as an actor. For acting-wise, this is one of Dev Patel's strongest performances to date. And this was the perfect opportunity for him to shine as an action star. And the last action movie I can think of he did, Zuko and the Last Airbender. Let's not talk about that movie, but that movie was not his fault, by the way. He excels his amazing action chops with the physicality and stunt work of the role. I read that he actually does have a black belt in Taekwondo, so I feel like that does help with his action role here. But he also sells his acting through his rage, anonymousness of the character, vulnerability, and facial expressions. And I can tell just by his eyes, you can tell how much he has been traumatized and really wants to get his revenge. And Dev Patel does an excellent job at selling all of that. And I've read that he has been through a lot of injuries making this movie. He broke his hand, 2 broken bones, a torn shoulder, and an eye infection. I'm like, damn, that's quite a lot of injuries he has went through to make this movie. My God. And I also want to shout out an entertaining supporting performance from Charlton Copley, little chappy reunion here. He plays the leader of this fight club, this little announcer, and he gave such an entertaining presence. He had such charisma. And I also want to shout out the villains in this movie. They definitely did a great job at making you loathe these people. And you definitely want to see Dev Patel just kick their asses as soon as possible. And for his first time behind the camera, Dev Patel did an excellent job directing. From the phenomenally crafted action scenes that are quick, ferocious, and relentless. And his influences of Bruce Lee films, Old Boy, and The Raid are definitely apparent here. And Dev Patel infuses so much skill and energy into his craft, and each action scene gets crazier and more insane than the last one. And there is an insane action scene where Dev Patel is fighting a guy with an axe, which, oh my God, and then followed by a great car chase scene. And the hand-to-hand combats were just brutal and white-knuckled that just have this brutality that just gets you glued to the screen and you just can't really look away from. And the climax of this movie is worth the price of admission. There are just so many amazing moments throughout the climax of this movie, and there is one kill in this movie that takes place in an elevator. This was my reaction. Oh shit, oh my god, oh. And I also read the other difficulties throughout production of this film. Filming during the pandemic, relocations, losing a crew member, many injuries that Dev Patel had, which I just listed. And Dev Patel even turned down other acting opportunities to get this movie made. So I can really tell this was a project he was passionate about and dedicated to. And it does show on screen with the fantastic action and engaging story here. This is also a beautifully shot movie with amazing cinematography, and this is also the same director of photography as Whiplash. Whiplash had also great cinematography that I feel like doesn't get enough recognition in my opinion, doing a great job at capturing the gritty look of the film. There's also amazing shot composition, and I love the way red is used in the climax. That was just stunning. But more importantly, the emotional core of this movie really elevates this film. It avoids being a John Wick wannabe action revenge movie, nor does it feel like style over substance. Dev Patel makes sure to provide you a sympathetic protagonist that you can sympathize with. Really see his backstory, where he's coming from, why he wants vengeance against these people. And it's pretty horrific and dark. Just the childhood, I was like, okay, I understand where he's coming from, and I hope he gets his revenge. And now this movie talks about so much, such as overcoming past trauma to become stronger, and having themes present such as corruption, poverty, and discrimination that really elevated this movie considerably rather than just another standard action movie. As for cons I have with this movie, first con I do have with this movie is some of the shaky cam. Although Dev Patel did a great job filming the action scenes here, there were some shaky cam and quick editing that was a tad distracting. And second, this film does have its pacing issues, where the first act does set up everything you need to know about this character, how he's trying to earn money, how he gets to here. It is all important stuff, but it does take a bit of a while to get going, and also the second act does slow down a little bit. To sum up, Dev Patel unleashes as a jack of all trades in full force with Monkey Man. It's a brutal, intense, ferocious, and visceral directorial debut from Dev Patel, with phenomenally executed action scenes, a fantastic lead performance from Dev Patel, and a tragic and dark emotional core at its center. I definitely recommend this movie to you if you've been fans of Dev Patel's performances in the past and excited to see how he does as a director, or if you're looking for an awesome action movie to go see, you definitely got it. However, I do want to let you know this film is not for the faint of heart. There are some scenes that might be a bit uncomfortable, and this is quite a dark movie. Nevertheless, I still think this is a must-see action movie. With the great reviews it's been receiving, if Dev Patel is planning to direct again in the future, I'm excited to see what he has in store for his next movie. Or if he wants to do another action movie like this, I'm automatically excited. I'll be there. And his future as a filmmaker is definitely very bright. And now to grade it, I'm going to give Monkey Man 4.5 stars out of 5, an A-. I'm so happy that Jordan Peele let Universal give this a theatrical release instead of Netflix. There is no way I want to watch this movie on my phone or on the TV at Netflix. I am so glad a movie like this got to be seen on the biggest screen. After I've seen some underwhelming blockbusters in March, minus Dune Part 2, of course, this was the awesomeness I was hoping for in April. I was like, yep, I needed this. So I'd like to hear from you guys. What do you guys think of Monkey Man if you've seen it? Do you agree? Disagree with my review? Or if you haven't seen it, are you interested in seeing the film or not? Let me know down below. Did you enjoy hearing my thoughts on this movie and want to see more reviews like this in the future? If yes, please hit that like and subscribe button if you're new here. And don't forget that notification bell for my next upload in the future. It really means a lot. And until the next video, I'm Jack Benner, and look forward to another movie review.